EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Indianapolis Colts. On the visitors' sideline there, you see the head coach of the Cardinals. His guys put together a solid opening month, 3 wins against just 1 defeat. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A quick throw on this RPO, and Downs has it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That one's incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. He'll run for it with Charbonnet. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
So this is kind of a tricky down and distance, and I think for the defense, you really have to be ready to defend any type of play. They can keep it on the ground like they do here, but you also in the back of your mind have to think play action, drop back pass, screen. So there's a lot of plays at the offense's disposal, and they keep it on the ground, keep it simple, and pick up the 1st.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Write down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
In motion comes Pittman.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
1st down, they'll keep it on the ground, and here's Charbonnet. And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He takes off.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He'll try, and he's in. Touchdown Colts. His second rushing touchdown of the year. The PAT, up and good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. Led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida, it's Anthony Richardson.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball. He was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. If he does that, I tell you what, I really like their chances. Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
We'll try and run here with Benson. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find it. They track him down. On first down, they'll start with Charbonnet. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Tackle made at his own 5-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch. You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts, but the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
This returnable from inside his own 40. Still on the move. And it's a phenomenal return, nearly a touchdown. They're set up with 1st and goal.
Ready up. Let's go now. Ready.
Here's a run. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we'll get a 2nd and goal when we return. It's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. Second quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal.
Break. Come on. Let's go.
Benson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Fix the eagle. Fix the eagle.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's Tyler Warren, the tight end. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
He'll drop to throw. He'll check this one down to Charbonnet. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And the Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Charbonnet. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
He was brought down by Trevin Wallace. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 45-yard line.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Tyler Warren, the man he was looking for there. And it's going to bring up a third down. Back to throw. Forced out left. Taking off. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. Cardinals say they have it, and they do. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Okay, ready?
Try again. It's second and 10.
23-yard line.
Let's go. Steady.
Straight ahead, they go with Benson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing. I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together.
Let's go now. Ready.
Pass, right side to down. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. And he'll take this one in. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Indy. That his second TD catch of the season. What a... Start out with a run, and it's Benson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. Here's a 2nd and 6. Richardson operating from the pistol. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And he will go all the way. Starting this drive on the ground, here comes Charbonnet. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Get it.
They'll look to throw. He gets this one complete to Pittman. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
First down.
Here we
First
go.
and 10 at the 45-yard
19.
line.
Over the middle, he's got one. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
14 more yards.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 40.
Back to the air one more time. He'll get this one out to his fullback.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
It is 2nd and 6.
There you go. Bronco 80.
They'll look to throw again. That's complete on the tight end screen. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Indianapolis. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Lions.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll step up and run. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
He'll get up and spike it. And let's check the clock. Maybe time for 2 plays here before the end of the half.
Ready. Ready.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. That is caught by the tight end. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey, come on. Get the Eagles. Get the Eagles. 19 Lions. Ready.
From the gun, Richardson. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. to run at the 35. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 12 more yards from him there, and another first down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On first and 10, here's Benson. And he will finally be taken down, but not until he gets to the Colts' 7-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It's a gain of 34. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. Looking to throw. Richardson. That one too far. Over the end line. Overthrow. It is incomplete. Try it again here from the 7-yard line. Second down and goal. Out of the shotgun. Richardson. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's close to the goal line, but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's third and goal. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes fourth and goal. Ready. Richardson going to look to throw. And this is hot. Wow, the decision to go. Hey.
No. Here we go. Check.
We'll begin with a zone read. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 6.
Ready.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. This is third and 6.
Let's go.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take. And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see him, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
On first and 10, here's Richardson. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
Holding offense. Still first down.
Here we go.
Again, it's Benson. Well, they'll get the penalty yardage back here. Pickup of 10, and it will be second and 10.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That one good for 29.
Ready?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
First down, Arizona.
Get it. Ready.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. This is caught down that right sideline. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Let's go now. Ready, right?
Now give on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Pick this one up on the ground. Looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got enough. They convert on third down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
On first down, it's Richardson. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll take it on in. Here's Charbonnet. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
He was brought down by...
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. What turns out to be the final play of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It is 3rd and long.
Come on.
Now they'll set up to throw. It's to the left side and taken in by Down. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
15 more yards. That's another Colts first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That one complete to Pierce. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Ready.
That's Pierce in motion.
70.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This is hot toward the side of the end zone. Allen Pierce. Touchdown Colts. It's his second touchdown of the year. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Jones now on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Cardinals offense and running back Trey Benson getting ready for their next drive. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely, and the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays, get a bunch of yardage all at one time, because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league, and then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass, and there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime and multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is, Mike, offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to.
And he will score again. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Arizona. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On the set. Hey. 70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's now second.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. A big play and a much-needed one as well. And even 30 yards. That's Pierce in motion. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. He really had...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
16.
He'll look to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Here we go. This is 4th down.
Gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
It's a pickup of
Ready,
6.
set.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll turn and hand this one off. He's got it. That's a first down up across midfield and down to the 47-yard line. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. They'll stay on the ground. And they'll take this down inside the 35. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 19, Tiger, Cougar 19.
Here's Richardson. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Cardinals. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And now the referee, looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. Cardinals say they have it, and they do. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense, and remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look.
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble.
Cowboys!
Catch made. That's Pittman. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. Moving left. He'll try to run for it.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner.
That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Texas.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a 1st-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. Those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line.
A gain of 12. First down, Cardinals.
They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Come on, come on.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. Cards going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Another carry for the running back. He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
So it's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals. And that's now 4 victories in a row.